Welcome to the Windows Computer and Technology channel, and I get a lot of questions about and comments about where people are moving from Windows. A lot of people are under the impression that Windows 11, people are just not going there, and that they are going on a Mac or on Linux or on. So what is actually happening? Are people flocking away from Windows? Are people adopting Linux as a OS? And well, we do have some numbers coming from the StatCounter Global Stats. When we look at here, this is the desktop operating system market share worldwide. So we're going to look at North America also to see if there's a major difference from that. Overall, if we look at these numbers, what we see is, yes, Windows is declining. So we do see that from October last year, Windows was 73.4% of desktop operating systems. And as time went by, well, Windows is declining. And we are now, as we reach October 2025, at 66.2. So from 73.4 to 66.2, where did that difference go? Who has a better market share when we look at these numbers? And of course, there's always the Linux people out there saying Linux is now finally gaining. It's not. Linux has been flat at around 3 to 4% for the past decade. There is no increase in Linux market share. And this is to be expected. Most people that use Windows have no idea what Linux is. Most people that use Windows will never go to Linux. They are already lost in between Windows version. Imagine going to a Linux distro. When I hear Linux distro guys say, well, these distros are so easy. No, they're not for the most people. You don't understand what people are like with their computers. I do, because I've been a tech guy for 15 years. And so the thing is where does it go? And is Mac gaining? Is what's happening? Now, if we look at Mac OS and OS 10 says 15.5% October 2024, 14% in October 2025. There's no clear gain of anything here, obviously. From what we see here, Mac OS is pretty stable. It's not gaining. It's not, lowering. It's pretty stable at, as the second desktop OS at around what, of course, is the number of Mac computers being sold. So people aren't going from Windows to Mac. They're not going from Windows to Linux. Where are they going if we're losing market share in Windows? And I've talked about it in a video last week or 2 weeks ago about the future of computing, where everything's going. It's very simple. They're moving on to their mobile device that does it all. And they understand that, I don't need a computer anymore. That is the real future of computing. Okay? We'll have the enthusiasts like us that will always want a computer. People that work with computers that do need a computer to actually work and have work done. But the majority of people that just don't do much, they don't need much. They have already what they want in their phones. Or maybe they'll get a tablet or an iPad. That's where it's going. So the danger for Microsoft with all it's doing is not to give other OSs, desktop operating systems, a market share. It's losing people from the PC world, and they're all going towards another device that will do what they want, and that is often portable, small. You have it everywhere in your pocket. And once again, I look around me. the number of people that don't use a PC, that have and do everything you want on their phone, it's a pretty high number. So this is where people are going. They're just leaving PCs behind and adopting a different device that does it all. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.